Okay, and down the barrel or at you?
No, you speak to me, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm Isabel Hagen, and I'm the writer, director, and lead actress of On a String, which had its European premiere here last night in Tallinn. I got into stand-up comedy about 10 years ago. It was right when I had finished my master's degree at Juilliard. And I had tried stand-up a couple times and knew that I really liked it, and in another life that I would be a comedian. And then all of a sudden, when I graduated, I was freelancing as a violist around New York City and kind of had a lot of time on my hands. I was still living at home with my parents, and so I just started going to open mics every night that I could, and it blossomed from there.
Did you ever incorporate your music into the comedy or kept it very separate?
For the first 4 years, I kept it super separate because I just wanted to prove to myself that I could be a comedian without any kind of like musical help. And then about 4 years in, I started thinking, well, what am I trying to prove here? Like, I know I can do stand up, but I also have this other part of me, and it would be really great to incorporate that. And so I found a way to bring the viola in slightly to stand up. I still do mostly jokes, but now I'll use the viola a little bit, usually at the end of the set.
There are a number of comedians who've stepped behind the camera. Were any of a particular inspiration to you?
Oh, well, Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge fan of
Yeah,
his,
great.
and he made eighth grade, which was so lovely.
But the decision to go into film was very much your own. Like,
Yeah, it was kind of gradual and organic. I didn't just start comedy and then think, and then one day I'm going to make a movie or a TV show. I really just was like totally loving doing stand up, but then through writing so much with my jokes and you're considering your life when you're mining everything for material, and so I was sort of becoming even more of an observer in my own life, and that made me want to tell my story maybe with a different medium like TV or movie, and that's how that happened. The writing of the movie was very separate. In terms of, I didn't want to write a movie about a stand-up just because, especially at the time when I was writing it, there were a couple of really great shows about stand-up comedians already, and it felt a little overdone just in that moment, and not the story I felt compelled to tell, although maybe in the future. But I really wanted to tell the story of my life mostly up until that point, which was that of a classical musician playing odd gigs in New York.
was any material that you developed for the stage incorporated into the film?
I don't think anything that I talk about on stage is really developed really in the film. I mean, I guess maybe if there's like a joke or two about my family or my brother, but no, it was, I don't talk too much about it's weird. I don't talk about my life as a classical musician that much in my stand-up, except the fact that I went to Juilliard and the joke about telling people I went to Juilliard and enjoying pretending to be humble about it.
How did you come to choose Tallinn for your European premiere?
Well, I mean, we got the opportunity to play here, and not only did I remember loving the city, but this festival is just so cool and it's unique. And everyone who I told we got into here said, "You have to play at Tallinn. It's so great." The last time I was here, it was part of a Baltic tour, so it started in Copenhagen, Helsinki, and then just 24 hours in Tallinn. So I was so happy that I got to come back because I remember even for just a few hours here, I saw how beautiful the city was. So,
Will you have any time to do things you missed out on last time?
yeah, a little bit. Just getting to actually explore the city and really not just eat at like one medieval restaurant. I could eat at like three medieval restaurants by candlelight.
And what have you got planned next?
I am currently in the very early stages of writing a new movie. So even though I didn't plan on necessarily becoming a filmmaker when I first started all of this, now I'm totally hooked and want to keep directing and writing and acting. And then, another development of a new stand-up hour because I just filmed a special last spring. So
So do you think you'll keep stand-up and filmmaking at 50-50 or
in my dream, it's 50-50, or maybe, 50-45, and there's a little viola still. But but yeah, who knows? We'll see what takes hold, but ideally, yes.
and is music something you now do for pleasure rather than work?
Oh no, I still do it mostly for the money. And try to take pleasure. No, there's a lot of pleasure, and I've been really lucky recently with some cool opportunities. But yeah, it's still a thing that I do for work because everything is hard and I need to make a living however I can. But it all feeds everything. So I don't really mind it. It kind of just feeds this creative thing that then I feel like culminates in like an hour of stand up or in a film.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
It was a great chat.